how to write STAR statements. During the job application process, employers will inevitably ask you about your skills. This can be in the application form, but it's especially common in the interview. For example, if they want to know about your leadership skills, they may ask something like, "Can you tell us about a time when you demonstrated leadership qualities?" When they ask you these questions, which are called behavioural questions, there is a specific structure or formula that employers expect your answer to follow. So to answer these questions well, you need to know what the formula is and structure your answers in this way. The formula is called STAR, and it's an acronym that stands for Situation, Task, Action and Result. The first step to preparing your answer is to think of an interesting example. If we take our question about leadership, probably the most common example a university student will think of is being the leader in a group assignment. Not very original, unique or interesting. If you want to stand out from the crowd, try to think of something that is not related to your academic studies. Let's use an example where someone is running an event for a club. Remember, you don't have to be the official leader of something to demonstrate leadership qualities. Everyone can demonstrate leadership skills. The second step is to break down the example into the STAR components. The first part, S, is for situation. What was the situation? You're setting the context for your answer, and this should only be short. In our example, the situation is running a fundraising cocktail event for Project Hope as part of the University of Sydney Martial Arts Club. The next part is T, for task. What was the task? What was the goal or outcome to be achieved? This also should be quite short, and in fact sometimes the situation and task can be combined. In our example, the task was to lead a team of 5 committee members to ensure that they worked efficiently and harmoniously together so that the event was successful and raised a lot of money for the charity. The next part, A, is for the action. What actions did you take to achieve the outcome? How did you achieve the goal? Now this is the most important part and should form the bulk of your answer, because employers want to know your style or the process that you go through when you exhibit a skill, which in this case is leadership. There is no right or wrong way of exhibiting a skill if it achieves the outcome. They just want to know what your way is. It's a good idea to try and think of about 3 actions that demonstrate this. In our example, the actions are, firstly, making it clear to the team that though it was a joint effort, that I would take overall responsibility for the project and outcomes. Secondly, I kept the team informed with all the necessary information, such as conversations with sponsors, registration numbers, budgets and venue details. And the third thing was motivating the team by recognising and reinforcing positive behaviour, such as acknowledging and thanking them in front of the rest of the team. The final part is R, for result. What was the result or final outcome? It's a good idea to try and quantify this by using facts, figures, percentages, dollar amounts and names. In our example, the result was that the fundraiser was successful and raised $2,000 for Project Hope. After you've broken down your example into the situation, task, action and result, you then need to write your statement in a seamless paragraph. For example, I demonstrated my leadership skills last semester when I led a team of 5 from the University of Sydney Martial Arts Club to organise a fundraising event for a charity called Project Hope. I wanted my leadership style to result in the team working efficiently and harmoniously so that the event would run smoothly, for everyone to enjoy themselves as well as raise a lot of money. I would describe my leadership style as collaborative, and as such, the first action I took was to let the team know that I really needed and valued their ideas and input, whilst reassuring them that as the leader of the project, I was ultimately going to take responsibility for the outcome, good or bad. Secondly, I'm a trusting and transparent leader, and so I made sure to keep everyone up to date and informed with all the necessary information, such as conversations with sponsors, registration numbers, budgets and venue details. Thirdly, I believe in motivating the team by recognising and reinforcing positive behaviour, which I made sure I did at each meeting by acknowledging and thanking them in front of the others. As a result of my leadership style, the team really praised me, and they recommended I should put myself forward for the president of the Martial Arts Club. The event was successful, and we raised over $2,000 for Project Hope. A cheat's guide to star statements is to allocate a number of sentences for each component, and this may help you to stay on track and focus on the actions. So the formula is: use maybe one sentence for S for the situation, one sentence for T for the task, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 sentences for A for the actions, and another one sentence for R for the result. We'll end this video with a final tip, which is to create a bank of star statements for all the common employability skills, so that you have plenty of examples to draw upon, especially in an interview. Good luck!